which means little Jim. Okay. What? That's not mine. Oh, is it mine? That was a newspaper clipping that I found in the book, but it's worthless. What? No. I'll pick it up later. Is it distracted?
No.
Okay. My name is James Moran.
Hi.
Hi. And what I have here is a book called Jameen. And Jameen means little Jim. I'm not little Jim. The book is. And it's written by, do any of you speak Irish? Neil. Does anyone know how to pronounce this name? Okay, his first name is Padraig, and then his middle name is O. And then his last name is Siochfhradha. Shifra. I don't think that's right. So what I thought I'd do is I'd come to you and I'd read you maybe a bit of the book, Jameen, and then I'd read you what I've done. And what I've done is I've sort of taken it from where Padraig left it and written my own little adventure for Jim.
Amazing.
What?
Amazing.
Amazing. I don't like when people put words into my mouth. But you have a point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you choose the chapter I'm going to read, okay? Give me a minute. What?
12.
Okay. Chapter 1. The chapters of names. Chapter 1, my ma'am. No. Chapter 2, death to the master. Nah. The wren. Okay, we'll do the wren. So, Jameen is this little boy. He lives in Connemara, and he has a mother who features heavily. At the start of the book, he's a little boy, and then at the end of the book, he's a priest. Which is quite optimistic. So chapter 6, the wren. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read this, and then towards the end, I'm going to stop and I'm going to bring out my stuff, okay? So this was written in about 1884. Just keep that in mind. Chapter 6, the wren. When I had finished the dinner on Christmas Day, I went looking for Micheline Owen. Micheline Owen is a friend, and it means little Michael Owen. We went skipping. We spent a while skipping stones. Then we smoked tobacco in a pipe that Micheline had found lying in his father's pocket. So first of all, he didn't find it. He looked for it. And second of all, these are children. These are about 9 years old. So if you were to do this, it would be fine. But when it's a 9-year-old boy, it's slightly sinister. But it was a different time. It was 1884. When all the tobacco was gone, we wondered what we'd do next. We were thinking for ages, but not one of them was to our liking. That's not a very well-written sentence. It was then that the notion came into my mind. Do you know what, Micheline? Said I. What? Said he. We'll have the wren tomorrow, said I. I don't really know what that means. Do you? We'll have the wren tomorrow. We will, what?
The Wren boys.
The Wren boys.
What are you talking about?
What are you doing, man? The Wren boys.
The wren boys.
St. Stephen's Day.
Saints.
You go out on the Wren. Make a few quid.
Do you know what?
Buy a few points.
It's not an attractive show. Ugh. That sounded really mean. Normally when I say that, people laugh. Because it's like a bit of fun. It's like there's people getting involved in good humor, which I recognize. But then this is supposed to be like a nice little way of putting them down. But sometimes it comes out just, I wasn't quick enough. So it sounded, there's a vitriol to it. It's not an attractive show. We'll have the wren tomorrow, said I. We will surely, said Michelin, his 2 eyes jumping out of his head. And I'll be the fool. Does anyone know what that is? Yeah. What? Oh, it says here, that's the fella who has the bladder. Does anyone know what that is?
Bladder.
The bladder.
I know what it is.
What is it?
It's an organ in your body.
An organ. But why does he have it?
It has the balls, probably.
A what?
The balls, too.
A
Balls.
balls.
Yeah. The bladder, the balls, too.
I don't know what you mean. But why would he have it? These are all good theories, but I don't know why he has it.
We all have a fucking bladder.
But he says he'll be the one to have it. Am I losing you? Will I go on? Just to summarize. They're both going to have the wren. Michelin is going to have the bladder. He's going to be the fool. And Jameen, he says, is going to be the captain. We won't even bother. And then it says, who'll be the old woman? That was a hard one. We talked about Koch and then went to suggest it to her. And she flew into a rage. I know what you're thinking. It's like she's annoyed because they're looking for an old woman and they've gone to Koch. And she's like, I'm not an old woman. I'm 9. I won't be the old woman for quite a time, for about 80 years. You should be ashamed of yourselves, killing the poor little wren. Who said they were going to kill the wren? Who got that right? Did anyone say that?
Nobody said they killed the wren.
Oh.
That's selfish.
Well, these guys are going to kill it.
They're going to eat it.
No.
Paraded a wren.
They what?
Paraded a wren.
And do what with it?
I don't know. Fucking make a few quid. It's Stephen's Day.
I'm going to leave it there. So what I've done... Oh, where's it gone? What I've done is I've sort of skimmed over the book pretty lightly. And I've come up with my own... Me or them?
No.
Okay. Okay, why? Okay, is this fine for everyone else? So what I've done is I've sort of skimmed over this book lightly and come up with a couple of ideas here for stories. Does that sound all right? I was going to read through them. Yes. Idea number 1. Jameen drowns a cat. If you read this book in chapter 1, he drowns a cat out of curiosity. Because the thing is, his uncle goes, cats have 9 lives. And then he's like, do they really? And then he puts a cat in a bag and he leaves it under the water.
Evil.
It was curiosity. But in my story, so he's already done it once. The second time he does it, it would be evil. Idea number 2. Jamin goes for a walk near a graveyard. Jamin goes for a walk near the graveyard near his town. And he can hear all the bodies talking to him. Bodies. Jamin, you never come and visit anymore. Jamin, I don't know that I ever really came to visit at all. Bodies. You did. You used to come all the time. Jamin, when? Bodies. When you were a little baby. You used to come down into our coffins and give us a cuddle. Jamin, that's horrifying. Bodies, it's why you always smell of rotting flesh. Jamin, well, I wish I never did it. Bodies, don't say that. Jamin, I mean it. I'm actually not going to come ever again. Okay, goodbye. Bodies, okay, Jamin, goodbye. Episode number 3. Jamin dies. So this is all about his eulogy at his funeral and how it's a bit of fun. Jamin, oh no, it's not. What it's actually about, you'll see. Jamin, so he's in a coffin and he's 6 feet underground and there's all these other bodies around him. Jamin, I apologize, we'll put it behind us. Jamin, I just did apologize. Bodies, that wasn't a real apology. Jamin, what does that mean? What is even a real apology? I apologized, you should forgive me. Bodies, it wasn't groveling. You didn't grovel. Jamin, I'm not going to grovel, I have some pride. Bodies, you have some arrogance. Jamin, shut your mouths. Bodies, fuck you. 100 years pass. Bodies, okay. The interesting thing here is that all the bodies have been perfectly preserved, like Lenin. That side got it. Did you get it? No. What the Soviets did is they perfectly preserved the body of Lenin. Okay? So you could visit it now, I think, and it would be fresh. 100 years pass. Bodies, okay, we've decided we don't like you, so we want you out. This is actually the Matrix. So pull out your head plug. Okay? Jamin, okay, goodbye. And then he unplugs it. And then they go, goodbye. And then he wakes up in his bed. And he's a priest. That's it.